I think there is some kind of good news that the person, as this other reader says on YouTube, single and available to pursue. They've broken up with whoever they were dealing with before, whoever they were maybe married with. And Two of Cups to the Ten of Cups, this person really wants to be happy. The question is, can they actually like deliver? Because again, for you, there is something about this whole dynamic that it's a deal breaker. Hello, 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 Scorpios. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be doing an extra reading because I felt like there was a message that I wanted to share. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, watch this if you're a Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus. Before we get started, as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to press like. And again, if you're watching me before December 1st, we've extended Black Friday sale only for packages. So if you're purchasing packages, there is still 20 to 30% discount until December 1st, including December 1st. So it ends on December 2nd. So basically December 1st is the last day to purchase. So that's links to that is going to be in the description box. What else do I want to say? What else? All the information in the description box. Oh yeah, and of course November 30. Also the last day to stream my tarot course for absolute beginners at more than 50% discount. So again, we did it in October for, as a birthday gift for Scorpios, and November as well, since it's Scorpio birthday month as well. So yeah, that's going to be in the description box as well. And of course, just reminding you that our webinar for all the Scorpios is going to be on January 7, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to gather at the Tribe of Scorpios and really discuss in advance the entire 2024. All the most important transits is going to be tailor-made for you. So it's not going to be just some general information you can stream somewhere, on YouTube or whatever. We're going to really, really go deep in that one. You can ask me questions. And it also comes, so there's two options to currently book it. One is basically to do a webinar, and there's going to be a short 10 to 15 minutes private consultation with me where I'm basically going to just give you the most important things you need to know for the year ahead. It's going to be very brief, but still it's going to be good. And another option is to book your full 2024 reading together with a webinar as well. And in the full 2024 reading, we go very, very deep. Obviously, it's all the transits. It's, the most important, obviously, transits. It's even your solar return, Venus return, secondary progressions. Again, obviously, it's a very deep reading, and I personally don't know anyone who does it as deeply as I do. So very, very advanced. I love it myself. So I wish people, I wish I could find readers or someone who could do consultation the way I do them. No, seriously, because sometimes, I do my own reading, and obviously, I still can do it well, but I don't know how to explain this, but obviously to myself is not the same. I wish I met someone like me, who could read my chart for me like I do. Anyway, I'm giving credit where credit is due. So, but to myself. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into your reading. I feel not this oracle. I feel this actually, the one that's over here. Let's see what you guys need to know. But basically, I think I'm channeling right now this Venus South Node conjunction, and Venus is going to go into Scorpio in December. Let me see, we have here sudden wealth. Oh, also, by the way, for some of you, there could be improvement in finances, by a lot. So keep focusing. I feel like if you've been doing some mindset work, obviously if you're also working, on whatever it is you're working on, mindset work, affirming for wealth, any kind of wealth rituals you're doing, it's going to pay off eventually. Of course, I don't give you financial advice, but based on the cards, just spiritual message. And also we have here main male and official person, and we have here bad health reverse. There is somebody who is going to be recovering in your life. Hopefully, again, it doesn't mean that they were necessarily feeling bad or anything. It could be just a person might have been having more negative thoughts, more anxious. A person was not the best version that they could be. There's something here about the masculine energy in your life that's improving. And there's also an official person of some sort. Again, could be a boss, could be somebody very serious person I'm seeing who is going to help you in some matter. That's pretty important. Something you were concerned about before is now going to start, I feel basically unfolding better. Especially I'm seeing there's going to be some kind of shift, very likely before the full moon of Cancer, which is when December 26th-ish. But again, this is far ahead. That's the messages. Anyway, let's take a look at your love life, Scorpio. So let's dive right in, because that's what the messages is about. Basically, I feel like it's decision time for something. We have here a gift from someone special. You got gift twice. Somebody you friend zoned or somebody you are not that interested in is going to keep showing up with more and more gifts. Also, there is going to be very, very positive news, I feel like, about some kind of third-party situation where you will discover that maybe it's not there anymore. And I feel like for a lot of you, there is going to be maybe a rekindling of passion because the person sees you as a marriage material. They wish you could forgive them, and you've been seeing already a lot of signs, a lot of clues about what is it going to be about. I feel like when it comes to their love language, it's about affirmations. Like they really want to tell you something. And I feel like this person is hopeful that the two of you could recognize that this is the connection that could go forward. What I'm feeling here is this. There is going to be a situation, look at this bottom of the deck, rekindle, an old flame returns. I feel like what's going to happen is that for a lot of you, there is going to be a situation where a past situation returns, and this person is very, very hopeful that you can take them back. But what I'm getting here is, it almost feels like, you know, some kind of diplomatic meeting. I don't know why is it like that, but you know, when let's just say there are countries, you know, that are in any kind of dispute, you know, or worse, in any kind of conflict, there comes a time where people sit down at a negotiation table, you know, hopefully that's better, you know, than something else, right? And they start discussing things like, you know, offers, like what can we agree on? There could be somebody overseeing it. I'm not sure why I'm channeling it that way, but there's something basically about your situation with your person, is what I'm seeing, where the time has come to really decide. And I'm getting that there is no question that they really, really want to be with you. That's not even a question. You know, that's not a question. It was something that was not possible before, is also possible now. And this person really sees you as this is like very, very spiritual, very psychic, and like it's all the things. I can talk about this forever. It's, you know, this probably already yourself. But what I'm getting is that at this point, to actually materialize this connection, the time has come almost like to sit down, you know, metaphorically, and discuss something. I feel like for you, the deal breaker currently, at least in this connection, is that you do not see like this person can satisfy your needs for one reason or for another. Maybe there is something about this relationship that is a deal breaker for you. And, you know, like there are different things we can negotiate. But at the end of the day, there is some stuff that it's like, it just cannot go away. Maybe something that happened in the past. Maybe some package that they are coming with. Like for some of you, I'm seeing that could be a deal breaker, you know, that they might have had a family before. You know, they have like kids from previous marriage. Again, obviously, if you are young and you yourself don't have any kids, you kind of want a person who is in the same boat. Not necessarily. Sometimes, again, it all depends, right? I'm just giving examples. Your situation could be different. And I'm just getting that, like, for you, again, basically what I'm feeling is that for you, you are scared to open yourself up to this person simply for the reason being that if you were even to, you know, like they want to reach out. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing this. But like, if you were to take them back, like you don't want your life to be ruined, because what I feel like it took you so long, and again, it could have been weeks, it could have been months, for some of you years, but it's like it took you so long to put yourself back together, which Scorpios are excellent at this. Like, you know, like Scorpio can go through this whole tower moment, and again, yes, it hurts at first, it's terrible, you're like, oh my God, I put so much, you know, trust into this, so much faith into this, and it all fallen apart. How stupid I was, blah, blah, blah. You know, Scorpio goes through this. And then usually at some point, Scorpio rises again, right? Resurrects like a phoenix, you know, rises again. It's, you know, it's metaphor, but it's like, you know, it's a typical Scorpio journey, I would say. And usually, like, once you start really, like, once you finally let go, right, you start focusing on yourself, you start focusing on your energy, on your projects, on your dreams, and you start seeing how things are really unfolding fast. Like, let's just say there was financial issue because maybe you were so focused on love and on this person that you started even neglecting some of the other things in your life, which, by the way, can happen with Scorpios too. Scorpios get very tunnel visioned, you know, and now it's like you finally, you know, like everything improved so fast. It's almost like what it would have taken maybe another person 2 years to fix, you fixed everything in a few months. That's, you know, that's a talent of a Scorpio, right? So you're getting back on your feet, you're putting yourself back together, you know, you are free from, for the most part, of pain. You're free for the most part of all this like agony, I want to say, for some reason you've been in. And yes, of course, you want to feel love, you want to be with someone, but like there is a part of you, I feel like, that is just scared that if you were to connect with this person, your life is going to be ruined again. And then again, you will have to repeat the same cycle, or worse, what if you're going to go too far with this person? And, you know, basically there is some kind of point of no return where you feel like you'll never pick yourself back up again. I don't know, this is very dramatic, but hold on, let me start taking some tarot for, you know, your side and yours. But this is a very specific situation we're dealing with here, and I felt this before we even started this reading. Which deck? Okay. This one, where is it? Where is the other deck? As always, my table is full of mysteries. I need to purchase a new Rider-Waite. Sometimes, to be honest, it's the best. I'm gonna go, okay, I'm gonna go for this one. First row, you, second row, person. Yeah, look at this tower. You don't want another tower, and you feel like every time this person appears back in your life, it's just exactly, look at this tower, 10 of Wands. Anyway, Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, the Star, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. Basically, the question is, yes, there was a breakdown, yes, there was a breakup, yes, there was just a lot of chaos, but can we rebuild? Second row, your person. King of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. They're very focused, like they really want to win here. 3 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, oh, and this card is not even from here. Oh my God, look at this, what happened. I swear, by the way, I did not know Star was in this, because, you know, I have excuse my language, lots of decks, and like I am messy sometimes with them too, and basically the Star from Arcanum ended up in this Star of Tarot de la Nuit. So you got 2 stars from the same deck because of my mistake. Basically, you have hope, they have hope. I do think it's an omen, I'll be honest, because I'm not too, let's just say, bullish on this person in general, but they keep coming up. They keep, you know, bothering me, you know, with their energy in this reading. So let's talk about this. Definitely the Star twice, especially given that this is the Star from a different deck, is an omen. So we'll talk about this. All right, so the way I'm seeing this is like this. With the Tower card to the 10 of Wands, I really do feel like you had, initially when you went into this situation with this person, you were like in a different stage of your life, I want to say. You were optimistic, but at the same time, you were trying like maybe a different mindset. You were opening yourself up to love. Maybe you were learning about manifesting. You were starting your spiritual journey in some way. And I'm getting that like at first you were pretty optimistic about this connection, even though maybe you were not even necessarily taking this seriously. For some of you, for others of you, you really did feel like, yes, this is my soulmate. But I feel like with the 10 of Wands to the Tower, it's been a lot. Like a lot has happened since, let's just say, the day that you first met, and things are not the same anymore. I feel like for you right now with the Ace of Pentacles, it took a lot to pick yourself up from whatever it has happened between you guys, which I feel like, again, I'm seeing that it was very rough for you. You felt like once again you are witnessing this moment where it seems like your dreams, hopes, and wishes are falling apart in front of your eyes. And you promised yourself, perhaps before you even met this person, when you were maybe going through a different breakup before or whatever, that you were never going to find yourself in a place where you are like seeing how something is shattering, you know, shattered dreams type of situation. And then when it happened with this person, again, you were kind of, I don't want to say you were prepared, but it was not the first time. I feel like something with them repeated the situation maybe you've experienced before. I don't want to say it necessarily that it's a pattern, but I feel like you found yourself back again, you know. And the song, by the way, coming up, Moderat, more love, something like from lust to love and back again. It's one of my favorite songs. But some of you from Germany, maybe. Lots of good German music, like German music. Guys are super cute there too. So yeah. Anyway, back to the topic. My gosh, this really, by the way, distracted me. So yeah. Anyway, I feel like. Gosh, okay, I'm gonna find my train of thought again. I just feel like, you know, now it's like you're in this space, something happened to you again, and you are, I don't even want to say you were mad at yourself, but you know, like when something stupid happened once again, you're like, oh yeah, let me just freaking focus. Let me focus, because I feel like you had quite a few issues to deal with. You did what you do best. You, with the Ace of Pentacles, gathered yourself, picked yourself up, because, you know, you don't have, you know, Scorpios, most Scorpios I know, even most Scorpios I work with, Scorpios don't really have anyone, you know, standing there next to them, ready to pick them up if something happens. Scorpios had to learn from probably childhood to take care of themselves. Again, you might have had very loving parents, you know, whatever. But there are certain things Scorpio goes through in this life that unless, you know, you are really with like, you know, raised in certain type of family, surrounded by certain type of people, I feel like most of the time people have no clue how to be there for you, how to help you. And you learn, like a Scorpio learns usually early on in their life, how to stand on their own, you know, which is why there's certain distrust even of other people, because it's not that you think that people around you are bad necessarily. Some, of course, Scorpios do think that, but like, you just feel like you got to do it on your own because people just don't get it, you know. There's that feeling at the very core of Scorpio's personality, with Aquarius in the 4th house at the bottom of their chart, kind of like at the core of also who they are, is that deep down most Scorpios do feel very like an alien, you know. It's like, you know, like what I deeply feel, what I don't show to anyone, is stuff that no one understands. If you ever wondered why Scorpios feel misunderstood often, part of it has to do with Aquarius at their IC in the 4th house, because like where your deepest, most private emotions are, where kind of like who you are, you know, at home without makeup, like who you are really at the core, like no one freaking gets it, and you learn to live with it. And again, this is getting really depressing, but you learn to live with it. But you know what I mean. Oh my God. But yeah, and it's like you pick yourself back up because again, you don't have someone who is there for you, who is going to solve it all for you or whatever. 5 of Cups, you were very disappointed by how things went down. You felt like you were just completely lonely, and something you really hoped for and wished for once again turned out into some kind of crappy situation. But it's like I feel like you almost did not even have time to process your emotions. Right away you started rebuilding yourself. Now the question is, with the start of the 3 of Pentacles, is whether this relationship could be rebuilt. And I feel like the answer to this is theoretically yes, because you know, just a lot of things in this reading suggest that. Now again, a whole other question, will it actually happen? Will you actually choose that path? You know, like all these other variables also need to be kind of, you know, taken into account. But it's not hopeless. Let's look into your person now. With the King of Pentacles to the 6 of Wands, they are trying to see how can they approach you in such a way where you cannot say no to them. Because the truth is, you know what was happening? I feel like when you were rebuilding yourself, when you realized, you know what, I'm on my own. And again, you were feeling on your own while this person might have been doing other things, dealing with their ex, who, by the way, you know, also could be on their own. But yet, you know, this person was receiving love and attention or even any basic support. You were not. It could be the case. Again, not for all of you, maybe just for some of you. Like, their ex, who they were so scared, oh my God, how is she gonna be by herself if I leave her? I mean, yeah, that person is the one who is receiving support. But if you're not receiving that, so what are you, Scorpio? Deal with your own problems. Like that's who you are next to every day, and who you're choosing to support is who you are in a relationship with. You know, like that's the truth. And I feel like while you were, basically, while you were taking care of yourself, putting yourself back together after the stuff that was just so heartbreaking, as your heart was healing, their heart was breaking. Because again, that's what people who are in a relationship or in a connection with a Scorpio often do not understand and learn the hard way, is that, yeah, sure, we might be the one who is first, you know, to cry, you know, so to say, but we are also the first who gets ourselves back together and literally, you know, resurrects. So like really reinvents ourselves back. And people often don't think that, you know, you're going to move on or whatever, but you do. And with the Three of Swords, I feel like as this person was watching you real time, how you not only, like, you did not cry, you know, I don't feel like they saw you crying. They just saw you getting very busy maybe and just moving on. That's when their hearts started slowly breaking every day, little by little by little, because they started realizing this is real. You were not playing any games. You are done. And I don't know what they were thinking before, to be honest. I'm not sure. But basically, you know, they underestimated you on some level. I don't know, maybe it's not necessarily that they had some kind of vicious intentions. Maybe they were just very, like, again, I'm getting the energy from your person many times. I've gotten this energy that they are very escapist, like they, you know, like, how to say this? They're in their head a lot, and they just deal with life sort of like day by day, and they procrastinate on the things, you know, that they don't know how to resolve. So basically that's how they maybe, it's not that they didn't think you were going to leave them, but they were avoiding to even consider the subject, something like that. With the Wheel of Fortune to the Temperance to the Star, they saw a change in you. But again, there is something where this person won't let go. They really feel connected to you. That's true. And with Temperance to the Star, they are also hopeful that they can rebuild things with you. Now, the question here is, again, I'm the Star twice. I do think, again, I'm honestly, like, I did not put this card back there or whatever. Like, yeah, I was very surprised, just like you, when it came up. My thing here is that, can it be rebuilt? This is the key. And I think that, yes, it can. Something that's fallen apart can be rebuilt here. Let's actually look at the bottom of the deck, because I haven't picked. Three of Cups. There could be a reunion, some kind of social event, reunion of some sort. It could be, yes. My question here is like, okay, but like, where do you go from there? It's almost like it feels like there needs to be some kind of sit down with a negotiation table. What are they offering? What they're actually going to do versus also what is something you want? Because I feel like one thing that you shouldn't do, and again, of course, I'm just, you know, reading cards, it's general energy. Your life is in your own hands. You should listen to yourself first. But again, in my opinion here, it's like we need to choose ourselves first. Because, see, the thing is, like, there is a reason, you know, why you are able to pick yourself up back after some of the horrendous maybe stuff that happened to you. It's because at that moment you choose to direct all your energy on yourself. That's why the healing is so fast. That's why the transformation is so fast. And the thing is, like, if right now you enter this territory where you once again, you know, put them first and their interests first and everything first. Some of you guys, by the way, have Sun in the 7th house probably, so it's a typical behavior if that's what you do, something to watch out for too. It's like, if you do that, where can it go? I really think that in this situation, you can be open to this person if you want, but you have to put yourself first, and you have to, again, look at what do you want for yourself, for your life, for your relationship, and realistically see whether it's possible with this person or not, whether you want to give it a chance or not. Whether, because again, even if, let's just say, they were to offer you that which you want, not a fact actually things, you know, are going to play out this way. There's many variables. Life is crazy, right? Like, we can't really say how exactly things are going to go. But I feel like if what they are offering is not even 50% of what you want for yourself in life, like, let's just say maybe they have an ex or some previous commitments or some kind of unhealthy habit, or you know, you definitely know that you are the marrying type, and they are like, oh no, I don't believe in marriage. Whatever it is, you shouldn't freaking settle. That's the reality of that too. Because again, it's like, I'm not saying like be constantly like demanding, oh, give me this, give me this. Like, I'm not saying this, but like, if you have a dream, you know, to be in a beautiful relationship where you're the only woman in a person's life and you both are committed to each other and happy, and there is no freaking ex that's constantly lagging and nagging and interfering in your relationship or whatever, you know, it should be easy for you to get that. It's not something crazy. You're not asking this person to buy you a planet, you know, out of Milky Way or something. I don't know why this came to my mind. And again, there's true too. There's a different approach to take towards this, is also through manifestation. Yes, you can manifest an X away or this away, but you can, like, there's many, many different ways this could go. But just based on what I'm seeing, this is the message. So it's up to you, basically, what do you want? But I feel like, again, there needs to be something that happens in this relationship where you basically sit down and you see what this person is offering. Because, yeah, we understand this. We've seen this so many times. The person loves you, wants to be with you, won't stop until you say yes. But what are they actually offering? The Moon card we have here, let me see. Judgment. Because I feel like you are ready to move on. Look at this. But it's like, I feel like you already almost moved on, and then they did something. Basically, like, please stay. And I don't feel like they will be able to hold you, you know, back much longer, to be honest. I'm just like, I'm very straightforward. Because if this is going to be a life, like, again, this is why this negotiating table, you know, is so important. Because, like, if life that you want is not even possible with this person to start with. Like, I had this, like a while ago, I think a few years back, there was this man who was very much into me, so into me. But, and you know, he was not 100% my type, but I think I could have made it work possibly. But the idea was that he already had kids from a previous marriage. And he said right away, it's like, anything you want, basically, whatever. Literally, maybe a planet on a different galaxy, Milky Way, but he's not looking to have kids. So for me, it was like no brainer right away. Of course, if this is not even going to go there, I'm not even going to consider dating this, you know what I mean? It's not like even that I want this so much, but the idea is like, I at least want to have that option open, right? So I'm just showing an example, right? So it's like, you shouldn't settle for your life. If, let's just say, maybe spirituality is also very important for you, and you have an ex who's constantly going to try to convert you and tell you, oh no, this is stupid, you shouldn't be doing this. Or maybe you have certain quirky way about you, and your person is super, super conservative, and they want you to be, I don't know, Stepford wife of some sort, and it's just not freaking working for you. Whatever the situation is, I'm just giving random examples. Like, you shouldn't freaking settle, because this is definitely going to be a life of misery. Now, if they can, at least, you know, if you guys can at least come to certain common ground where somehow you see, right, like, yeah, it's possible to have what I want to have here. You know, again, be careful with that too, because promises is easy to make. Something could go forward with this. But again, you shouldn't compromise yourself. That's me just being honest. Somebody will say that, oh, it's a toxic advice, but I don't see what's, again, I'm not saying, like, there are very toxic, I think, sometimes perspective for women where it's like, oh, you just should get everything you want, and you should get everything you want. But sometimes, like, from a demanding perspective constantly, I don't necessarily support that. I think if you give a lot and you have certain requirements, you need to be aware of them. Like, again, if you want to be married, but a person is telling you, like, oh, I'm not into that or whatever, or I mean, if, let's just say, you're definitely monogamous, or a person is trying to tell you that, oh no, we should definitely not be monogamous. There's certain things that are deal breakers, and I don't think you should compromise yourself for that. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I hope we're on the same page. The World, Knight of Cups. Because for some of you who are ready to move on from this, it's just this person doesn't want to let you go. So, see, this is easy then. We just have to understand, what are they offering? Can they offer you the kind of commitment, the kind of love relationship that you want? Anyway, for this, we're gonna take this to the extended to answer this question and more. Link to the extended is gonna be down below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. All the information about everything down below. Again, Black Friday sale for packages only is extended until December 2nd, December 1st being the last day to book. Love you all, guys. Link to the extended down below. Thank you so much for joining. We'll talk soon. Bye.